Welcome in the session of for loop in Python. Myself Dr. Ratnesh Kumar Jain, PGT Computer Science, KVFS Manori Prayagraj. To understand the for loop, you must know how to write simple calculation based program. You have knowledge of how selection statement is written and executed. You should have knowledge of sequence data type like string, list and tuple in Python. Our objective is to understand the concept and uses of iteration statements, for loop construct in Python, and how we can write simple program using for loop and understanding its working. So sometimes you want to do the same thing several times or do something very similar many times, like want to print the multiplication table of a given number. Here, since each number is multiplied with numbers 1 to 10, and it is possible to repeat the statements manually like this. We can get this output. But look this other problem, calculating cumulative sum of the n numbers entered one by one. Here you have to take input a number and you have to add this number with the previous sum, and these two steps is to be repeated n number of times. Since I don't know n value of n, so I cannot write in advance. Now again, calculating percentage of marks of all the students of a class. If I want to calculate percentage of a big class of many sections, I have to write large number of times a same set of statements, which is not feasible, or we can say not worth writing manually. So for this type of situations, Python provide you looping construct where a set of statements can be repeated using the construct loop n number of times. There are two types of loops. One is definite loop, where we know in advance how many times we want to execute the set of statements, and sometimes we also know the values of the set of things for which we want to run the set of statement. And another is indefinite loop, which is implemented through while loop, but we deal with on definite loop today only. In this, it is called definite loop because they execute an exact number of times. Look, the syntax of the for loop. This is the simplest form. For is a keyword, then variable, then in is a keyword, then a sequence is given here, and then followed by colon, then statement block is which is to be repeated is written here, which is look here, it is intended. So it is shown that this is the part of this for loop. It is also known as the body of the loop, and the next statement, which is not intended, which is aligned with this for loop, will execute just once when this loop will complete. So how this executes, this variable, which is also known as iteration variable or index variable, takes on each successive value in the sequence, and the statement in the body of the loop are executed once for each value. The sequence value, the size of the sequence decides how many times this statement block will get executed. Colon is must, it's a part of syntax, and this is the set of statement to be repeated. Look this simple example here. For I in list which has 5 different values, 5 4 3 2 1, colon print I, then print completed. Look, this print is shifted here, and so this is the body of this for loop, and this will execute for each value of this I. In the beginning I will take the first value of the sequence, which is 5, then it will execute the body, which is print I, so it will print 5. Then it takes the next value of the sequence, which is 4, so it will execute with this 4 the body, which is print 4. Then it takes the next value 3, print 3, then next value 2, print 2, then next value 1, print 1, like this. And once it completes or picks all the values of the sequence, it terminates, and the next statement, which is written outside of the body of the loop, will get executed. So after completion of this loop body, it will execute print completed. So this is the output 5 4 3 2 1 completed. So remember, in for loop there is a iteration variable which picks up the values from the sequence, and for each value this body is executed. Now pause your video here and try to answer these two simple questions based on this code given. The first question is how many times the body of the loop will execute. So body of the loop depends upon the size of the sequence. Since the size of the sequence is 6, it will get executed 6 times. The answer is B, 6. Now how many times the print completed statement will execute? Since print completed statement is written outside of this body, because it is not intended, it is aligned with this for, it is a simple statement just after this loop, so it will get executed only once. So answer is 1. Now it is not always possible to write all the values of the sequence. Suppose we want to take name of 100 students in loop. It is not good practice to write in a list values from 1 to 100. So Python provides you a range function which generates automatically a list. It has 3 variants: range n, which generates values from 0 to n minus 1; range start comma end, it generates the values which starts with this value start and goes up to end minus 1. And this range start and step behave similarly, but each next element is step ahead. So let's look one example of this range function. Here I want to print odd values between 1 to 50. I have written for I in range 1 comma 51 comma 2. Since I want to go up to 50, I have taken here the end value 51, and since I have started with 1, and we know odd values are alternate, so I have taken the step 2 and printed this. So this is the output. So in this session we understood iteration is done through loops. Repeating a set of statements number of times is called looping. For loop is used when we know in advance set of values or sequence for which statement set is to be repeated. For loop repeats its body for each value of the sequence. Thank you.